New York State Attorney General Letitia James, incoming Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, and Mr. Basil Sagos, and your internal investigations, your police at DEC. All of the investigation dossiers, the historical records on how New York State Conservation Commission and the Department of Environmental Conservation, how it is that they target property for acquisition in New York State, those files and records all need to be produced. In other words, to the Internal Investigation Police at DEC, Internal Affairs, to Letitia James, the Attorney General of the state, to Basil Sagos, the Director of DEC, and to the incoming governor that took over for Governor Pervert, for Andy Cuomo, the mobster. All of the investigation dossiers and the history and the records, the historical records of how the state of New York targets landowners for acquisition within the 6 million acre socialistic Blue Line Park, the Adirondack Park. All of the records similar to what were amassed on my parents, Clifford and Anita Witham, all need to be produced. They've been foiled repeatedly. I've had numerous discussions with the Internal Investigation Police at DEC, and it's time to produce the records. How is it that the state of New York determined which pieces of property needed to be taken? Particularly the wetlands on the east side of Lake George that Clifford and Anita Witham owned. The wetlands and their marina and all the lakeshore property they had. How is it that Anita and Clifford Witham were investigated? Those files and all the other files across the Adirondack Park and down there in, I guess, the park there in the Poughkeepsie area, the Catskill Park, those records need to be produced too. Because we know that old environmental conservation is extremely proud of their history. So let's see how it is exactly that they targeted and investigated landowners for the acquisition process. And Letitia James, Governor Hochul, Basil Sagos, the ball is in your court.